Hello everyone, today we're going to take a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series, number 71, Rock and Roll. This is the windowless packaging that we will not be getting anymore, since we're going back to windowed. They've changed the windowed packaging style twice now, and I don't like either of them. I wish they would just go back to this version, which is the original one. Sorry, I knocked that box over. That's my bad. But yeah, no, that's not my decision because I don't work for Hasbro, so I can't work on that. That's my bad. But yeah, this is the rock and roll figure. This is the old box style that they use. I actually don't hate this. I kind of like the way it looks, but yeah, no, the window stuff looks better. QR code, scan it if you want. All it does is take you to the Hasbro website, not even like the Pulse website. So yeah, whatever. More of those little icons or whatever on the side there. You get all the readout on the back here of all the stuff that it comes with, which is pretty normal, standard. Rock and Roll's cool artwork. I have to say that artwork is really cool. I like the way it looks, but let's get it open because this box is pointless. So here we have Rock and Roll out of the packaging, and he looks really, really good. I have to say, I love this figure. I've actually grown quite a love for Rock and Roll now because of the Duke comics. I don't know how many of you read them. You should if you haven't, but Rock and Roll is a major player in there alongside Stalker and Clutch and of course Duke, clearly. But I really like how it's mostly the original. Remember the original 13 Joes, excluding Duke, he wasn't there originally. But I really like that whole setup that they've got going on right now. They would name drop Snake Eyes, which is pretty cool. But he hasn't shown up yet. So read the new Duke books because I really like what they've done with Rock and Roll. And what I think is really cool, in those books, basically the art, the designs that they've chosen for those characters are straight up the classified figures. This one is no exception. He's got the same sleeve tats and and everything. You know, he's got the whole bandoliers, which on the classic one, but the same design, helmet, and everything. It's pretty much just this figure, but in comic form, which is really cool. I like that a lot. I hope they keep doing that because they really are nailing these designs. I love the way this guy looks. Let's actually move a little closer so we can take a look at him. Getting a closer look at Rock and Roll, he looks fantastic. I want to take a minute just to admire these crazy tattoos he's got. Like he's got a koi, what looks like a koi fish there, some sort of like skull, like some like monster skull. I can't even quite tell because it's just so intricate. But I love the way these look. You know, he's got like a cool guy, like scary skull there on his bicep. He's even got this on his like right hand here, or sorry, left hand. Like it's like the whole face covering, so he can cover over his mouth and everything. I love what they've done for Rock and Roll here. This whole design philosophy that they've come up with, like this sort of cool, like underground rocker type. Because his name is Rock and Roll, so it makes sense. And you know, it's funny because he and Clutch match now. Both have crazy tats. I really like that a lot. I think he just looks super good, and he looks really close to the original as well. He's even got like the short sleeves like the original figure had, the bandoliers, the belts, everything. The only real difference is that like this torso is a tanner color when it usually was just a full static green. But it looks super well. The double bandoliers work great. I love the whole design that they've got going for him here. Nice knee pads, leather boots, you know, space here for his pistol, space here for, I don't know, something. You can put something in there. A little spare individual magazines for his pistol on his belt, a little water pouch, a little pack on the back. It's so nice. He's even got these two like leather straps. One of them's got just bullets on it because he's just covered in bullets, just covered in them. He's even got this helmet is unique. I thought it was the same one, or rather the Rock and Roll is using the same one as this one. It's a different helmet. It's a unique helmet. It's got Hang 10 written on it right there. Very full metal jacket. I love this whole look. I think just the look is really solid. Like they have really done well on this figure as a design, and it really does, in my mind, capture the original look for Rock and Roll, but just slightly modernized. And that's really all I want for the classified figures. Is I want their classic looks, but just tweaked enough for it to be different. Like I really like that new Duke figure. I think it looks really good, and I did get it, and it should be here today, hopefully. I really like it. I think it looks good, but I do like the re-release, or not the re-release, but the first release, like this design. I do like this because it's the same but different, and I feel like if this was on a better buck and they had used like a more realistic gun as opposed to the original one, which was that weird kind of sci-fi gun, more people would have liked it. I feel like that would have been the case, because like I really like most of those designs, but they're just a bit too far off the original. Like I feel like this captures it really well. It's different but the same in a good way. But enough just glamorizing this figure for a moment, just to look at the articulation here. Take the helmet off. He has a very, very nice bowl cut, not bowl cut, but very much a 70s looking haircut here. Big beard, really strong looking face. This guy is a very scary looking dude. But articulation, his head is on a ball joint, and it can look up that far, look down that far. There is a joint here, or rather a dumbbell, like right at the bottom here, which you can move a little bit, but it really just is mostly static. It doesn't want to go anywhere. Butterfly joints, which are very nice for getting in for having him hold his M60, which we'll look at in a little bit here. There's a swivel here at the bicep, double jointed, pinless elbows, very nice. The right hand goes up and down, whereas the left hand goes side to side, and he has actually has a set of alternate hands, which we'll look at later. Ab crunch, which can go down that far, go back that far. There's a swivel here at the waist, nice ball joint, lateral rotation. Drop down hips, because of course there are. Can kick that far forward, can kick. Oh, he actually can kick his own butt. Good for him. There's a swivel here at the upper thigh. Again, you saw that before, double jointed, pinless knees. There's a swivel here at the calf, up and down hinge on the foot, and a 4-face spin 4 rocker. So he has a lot of movement and a lot of articulation here, which is very nice. So yeah, there's articulation for rock and roll. Now, as for the accessories, we're going to start off real quick looking at the hands. These are the hands that come in the default box. They're the trigger finger hands, which are standard. Every classified figure's got to have them because they all have guns. But very rarely do we get alternate hands, and I always appreciate what we do. Rock and roll does come with a set of alternate ones. So he has a set of alternate hands. He has one generic punching hand, and then a really cool, throwing up the devil horns rocker punk hand, and that works really well. And if you get it at a certain angle, you can do that. So he has a scary smiling face on his cool face. And that's really cool. I like that. That's a fun touch. I love the tattoo there, but I love that he just has like the rock and roll hand. That's really cool. It makes sense for this guy. I'll take an extra punching hand. I probably will never have him use it because he'll always be holding a gun. But hey, I'm not going to complain about extra accessories for the same price. So hey, those are the alternate hands that he comes with. Now, as for everything else, he comes with guns, because of course he does, because he's a Joe. He comes with this very, very nicely done M60. My only issue is that it's quite warped, but that is the case with classified figures at this point. I've just come to accept it. But this is straight up an M60. Like, I'm looking at pictures of it, and I looked at pictures of it to be like, what's the difference here? There's really not that many differences. It's pretty dead on. I mean, obviously somebody's gonna notice some differences, but I'm not a consummate professional when it comes to determining what weapons look like and how they should actually look. But this just looks like an M60. It's pretty dead on. I love the fact that it has the up and down bipod. That's really nice. It's got the space here for the full thread of rounds, and then the box mag down here, which you can attach to the side there, which you actually, if you take it right here, there are two little pegs here. This is the box mag, of course. Two little pegs right here, and you slide them in. If I find it right here, it locks right in. So there you go. You've got it with the box mag there. That's really nice. But if you don't like that, you can take this out, and you can take the long string of bullets here and slide it in there. And there you go. Now he's got just the full thread, which also looks really cool. And if you want to as well, you can take this out. You can take this little tiny piece that's inside the box mag here, which is a very small, just a little attachment of small little rounds, and then slide this in here. If I can find the bottom, there we go. Slide in right here, and then slide it in right here. So you can have it pulling out of the box mag itself if you want to lay it on the floor or attach to his belt, because there's a little peg here which does attach to Rock and Roll's belt, which is nice. So yeah, that's all the stuff there with the M60. This thing looks really good, by the way. I really like this. I just think it looks really good. It came out really solid. Here is his pistol, which is I don't know what this is. Is it some sort of 1911? I think maybe. If you know what it is, please let me know. I can't quite tell. It's got an extended mag, which is, looks a little weird, but it's got that on there. So yeah, if you can tell what this is specifically, please let me know. I think it's a 1911, but hey, you know what? I'm not an expert of weapons, so I could be wrong. What is very cool though, here he has a little walkie-talkie, a little radio, and that's very fun. That also attached to the back of his belt, so a lot of space for that. You can put basically everything on here on him very easily. But this is a very nice, fun little attachment here. I'm not going to complain about that. That's really cool. I've used it for some photos, and it looks really nice. And again, here's his helmet. We've looked at that, but, you know, that's one of the accessories. So, yeah, those are the accessories that come with Rock and Roll. As for size comparison, here he is next to two of the original members of the 13 Joes. We have Stalker and we have Clutch, and they look really cool together. I love the way that this all is starting to come together. I don't have a lot of the 13 Joes so far. I don't have a Scarlet, and I don't have the Grunt and Breaker, I think is the other one that's been released so far. But this trio here looks really solid together. And again, this is the trio from the new comic, the new Duke comic, excluding Duke. Where's he at? There he is right here. Yeah, there you go, Duke. This is the whole new squad from the new Duke book, which looks really good. They look super solid together. Like, this whole set is coming across really nicely. It's also interesting that they're all different shades of green. Like, none of them are sharing the same shade of green. I don't know, it's just an odd, unique little touch there. But yeah, they look really good next to each other, all three lined up. Here he is next to fellow blonde Chuckles, who he is in fact taller than, which makes sense. Yeah, they look really good together. Getting a whole bunch of blondes in this Joe line here. And here he is next to my most recent review of Flint. And they look really good together. Flint very much stands out in the collection now, so we'll probably be getting a classified, more retro-looking one. But yeah, he stands out like a sore thumb now. But yeah, there he is next to Flint. And so there is Rock and Roll. I hope you enjoyed the video. I really like this figure. He's really, really good. I really like the classic Joe's original 13. I've mentioned that before, but I love the way these all look. Rock and Roll is a standout. He really is. I love the fact that he comes with such a huge, giant M60, the little walkie-talkie, the pistol, everything, the cool additional hands. He's really, really good. He's just a super solid figure, and I'm really happy to have him in the collection. But yeah, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, you can watch some other ones that I've just done, or you can join the Discord server down below, and in the description of this video, and in my bio it should be in there. I could be wrong, but yeah, if you did that, we'd be happy to have you. We have a whole bunch of people in the G.I. Joe server now. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Again, if you want to. I don't use Twitter, so I don't know. Do it anyways. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please have a good day, and I will see you when I see you next. Yo, Joe.